Oh, aw, jeez. Hi. Hi. This is your great-grandpa, right, Mika? Yeah. Yakub is the great-grandfather of all white people. Oh, whoa, hello, Mika, you changed your name. Now you're consistent across multiple platforms. Good for you. You're not white. I'm white enough. White enough. We are the Bikey Bike Boys. Is that your biker gang? Cool. Finally made it to alive. Welcome! Congratulations, you've won. Teaching us technology today. I don't know what that is. Alright, let's get started here, kind of. I've got to do one more thing before the stream actually starts. But you guys can follow along. Oh, hello. Hello. I don't like when my bangs do that. It makes me look fucking bald. Fucking stupid. There we go. Good enough. I have to figure out how to put water into my mom's oxygen concentrator. Because they didn't fucking teach me that. It was a whole stupid thing, like it always is. Where the lady who was supposed to, you know, do it.
You better hide that big ass forehead.
She fucking left, and I didn't get a chance to ask her how to do this. So now we gotta do it through YouTube. Please make a video about 3D. No. I hate 3D. Absolutely not. Where do you think you are right now? We're in the 3D haters club. I heard there would be whimsy here. There will in fact be a degree of whimsy when I figure out this business.
Okay, so
Kami, you're not escaping the allegations with that title. What allegations?
what we're going to do is we're going to hook up this humidifier to our oxygen concentrator, which is right there. And that's where you hook your line to. And that goes to the patient over there. And then it comes through the top, and we got to fill it to that little maximum thing right there.
The little what?
So I'm going to show you how we hook that thing up right now. So if you look just behind there, there's this little Velcro loop that the bottle slips into.
I should probably
You
go get
just
the
kinda
bottle.
Push
I'll
it
be right
down
back.
in there, and it kind of holds.
ZBrush or Blender? It's ZBrush. What are you, gay? Why would I use Blender to sculpt? Absolutely disgusting. We got the juice box. We got the fucking juice box. What the fuck is this? It's something I need to take care of before the stream starts. And then we'll get to the sculpting part. Blender is a tool the white man uses. That's why Mika can't use it. Alrighty. Okay, so we have the thing. We have this thing.
It. and then you twist it so that that thing is pointed to the side. And we're going to pull that off of there, and that is going to go right on that spigot there. And then we have another tube that we're going to hook on the top and then put it on where the oxygen comes out. But first we got to fill it with distilled water. You can also boil water, let it cool and use that.
Fantastic.
But we're going to use distilled water today, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. All right, so it's pretty easy. We just have to unscrew this top. Just pull that off. You want to make sure you got a little sterile area that you can put all this so it doesn't get contaminated.
Sterile enough.
And what we're going to do is we're going to pour our distilled water right up to that maximum level. All right, so I got the distilled water, and we're just going to go ahead and fill it right on up there. I did wash my hands thoroughly before I started this whole procedure. Then we're going to take
Should I wash my hands, Chat? Do I need to wash my hands for this? He didn't say that before.
Maximum. That's where we want to have it.
I'm going to wash my hands because I'm paranoid now. God damn it, dude. Fucking shit. This is not ZBrush. You're gonna have to relax for a sec. The ZBrush will come. I just didn't have time to do this before stream. ZBrush is right here.
Did you steal that bottle of titty milk from the Blizzard office?
Open. You're just gonna have to wait. I hate nurses so much, it's unreal. I'm calling the police, why? Who is Yakub? Oh, we'll put him on the screen. You guys have, like, problems with object permanence, I think.
Hello there, if it isn't my favorite streamer,
Lander.
Michael. Is this the Asgore truck sculpting stream perchance?
No,
I simply cannot hold my unbridled enthusiasm, practically frothing at the mouth.
Oh boy.
Anyways, how's the boy wife?
The boy wife? I don't have a boy wife. I wish I had a boy wife.
I set it down, it should just kind of settle right at the very top of that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to set it right inside there. I want to make sure I got it right.
Okay, the max fill line. Where's the water? There it is. Who is Yakub? Yakub created white people. You should know that if you read the Bible. Press 1 in chat if you've read the Bible like a proper good little boy. Why do we have more cucks on YouTube? This is peculiar. It's always been more people on YouTube. For some reason. Gotta try not to spill water on my keyboard. That wouldn't be great. Peace be upon Yakub. Exactly. We got a good noodle in chat who knows who Yakub is. Please call me a good little boy again. You have to earn it. You don't just get those for free. Yakub was actually an exec producer in Undertale. I think you're right.
And we're going to slide that on and we're going to screw it right down on. There you go. You want to make sure you got a good seal because you don't want it to leak. And that's important. Now we're going to pull this out. You're going to notice this one has threads. And the threads go right into the very top of there. You'll notice that this spins around.
Okay,
that's how you attach it. Just stick it right in there.
Attached. That's good. That's less shit I have to do.
Pull that out. Get it all the way out there. And then we're going to go ahead, and that side right there is going to go in to the actual oxygen concentrator, that part there. So this is going to screw right in there. I'm just going to put it in there. I'm just going to twist it with my other hand. And then just twist it right down and tightens it up. You want to make sure you don't cross thread it. So be careful. You want to have a good seal. And just get it on there properly. And that's ready to go. Now what we got to do is we're going to take it over, and we're going to put her on that little strap area on that oxygen concentrator.
We're getting to the climax of this video, guys.
To the oxygen concentrator. Right, so anyway, to check it for leaks, we're going to put it on the machine. And we're going to hook everything up. And then I'm going to put my finger right on this little port here. And within about 3 or 4 seconds, it's going to make a loud noise out of this back area. And that tells us that we've got a good seal. All right, so let's go over to our oxygen concentrator. And we're going to slip our bottle right into that Velcro strap. And this part right here is going to hook on me make sure I got it in there right. Okay, this is going to hook on right here where the oxygen comes out of the machine. That's where I'm going to put that. And then we're going to do our test. Right now it's on 2 liters. I got to move it up to 3 to do the test. And as you can see, we're just under 2 right now. That's titrated down perfectly for my mom. And but to do the test, we're going to have to push it up to 3, and then we're going to put our finger over that little port, and it's going to give us that signal telling us that we're ready to go, and the thing's going to be working properly. So let's go ahead and try doing that right now. All right, so to get this out, I'm going to pull this one off, and I'm going to slide it through the handle because I don't want it touching the floor. Because we're going to need to hook it onto that port that comes out of the bottle. Then we're going to slide this one out. We want to make sure we get it on there good and secure. It's kind of hard to do it with filming, and so I'm going to smush it on there really good. Get her on there. All right, looks like a little blurry there, but we got it on. Right now you can see it's coming through there, and now we're going to turn it up to 3. So I'm going to bring it up to 3 liters. And now you can see when that ball gets up to 3, then we can do our test. All right, so now we're at 3. I'm going to put my finger over that. I'm going to hold it. Okay, so that's the warning sign. Okay, so that means we're good. So now we got to drop it down from 3 back down to 2. Go right there. And now we have to attach this right onto there. Okay, so we're going to pull this through, and we're going to put it right on top of there. So this goes right. And now we got to make sure the fittings are on there tight. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Got it. I'll be right back. Here's you can look at the ZBrush UI for a minute if that pleases the court. Be right back. That's one fancy bot. You only stream on YouTube? No, I'm on Twitch right now too. This is how those brain rotten kids use TikTok. It's because it's faster. I don't have fucking time to be listening to this old ass man explaining it at 2 miles an hour. Fuck that. Alright. Here we are. We're doing it. We're sculpting now. What would Tariq Nasheed's version of the story of Yakub be like? I forget who Tariq Nasheed is. What's up, gooners? Y'all ready? I don't remember how to use fucking ZBrush. Ugh! Ugh! Right off the bat, I hate this shader. I wonder where my good shader is.
Hey, police, stop right there, lady shortbussy. Where's your official ZBrush license?
I totally have an official ZBrush license. I don't know what you're talking about. I totally have one. Okay. Alright, what shader do I want to use? Let's see. Let me import one. I don't remember how to import shaders, actually. Maybe material. Maybe it's in there. You're bumming me out. You're kind of in my way all the time. This one, the mud box one. This one's goated. My mentor gave me that one. This one's really good for sculpting skin.
I am hyped for this. I needed an excuse to sculpt again. Also, iDubbbz is streaming World of Warcraft.
Ew.
I think he's trying to poach your viewers cause he streams every time you stream.
That is weird. I don't like that he's streaming every time I stream. He clearly cares about me and he knows that I exist. He definitely does. Okay? And he's trying to enact evil upon the vibes that I have. How dare he? Thank you, Mick Pound, Mick Poundsthal, for gifting a sub to Joshua Nolik. That's you guys have interesting names right there. iDubbbz about to do an expose. He's about to do an expose for all the times I've used slurs on my own Discord server. Alright, how do I sculpt again? We're not gonna use the stupid ass star because that doesn't help anybody. Import, no. What was it, append? I think it was append. It was append. Right? Get a sphere. My sphere. Get this piece of shit out of here. You can see my methodology, my superior sculpting. Now to use Dynamesh probably. Let's turn on symmetry on first. That's important if we're drawing a fucking yes. Z sphere? Absolutely the fuck not. I don't think so.
Could you turn the volume of your mic up a little bit, smiley face?
Let's see. How do I do that actually? I think I just talk really quiet. It might be yeah, it's as high as it goes. Sorry. I'll try to, yeah, I can't speak louder than this. I'm not capable of doing that. Maybe I'll just put it right under my tits here. Alright, it's been a while. So we're gonna start slow. Okay, that's immediately terrible. His eyes wouldn't be that far apart. We're gonna try to remember as we go here how ZBrush works. We put a nose. We're blocking it in. I promise this is gonna look really awesome when we're done with it. But you know, you gotta start somewhere. The background music sounds too loud, does it? Turn down the desktop audio. How's that?
You ugly bald bitch.
That is in fact me. Thank you, Ryan Waters, for the super chat. Towards the Jax Plush Fund or whatever you want. I'm not your dad. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Okay, well now I guess I'm obligated.
That microphone sure is motorboating that bunch of air.
I'm obligated to get the Jax plush now. I really appreciate that. Because their shipping and handling was redonkulous. I wasn't sure about getting it. So I guess I have to now. Thank you. I really appreciate that, dude. Actually, the microphone is over your tits, not under. Actually, I don't have tits, because I wasn't born with them. I wasn't born that lucky. Oh god, why? I always turn off the pivot points like this. I always keep it on just Y, because it just pisses me off if it's just spinning all over the fucking place. I hate that shit. Promise you this is a serious question. What is your opinion on NFTs, assuming that they're not used for fraud and actual art sales? They're fucking stupid. It was a plague on the art community for like 2 years. And I don't think there's one that's not a scam.
Mika, babies have no tits.
Babies have no tits? Are you implying I'm a baby? I'm a 30-year-old baby? That'd be cool. Like one of those anime characters that I hate. That are like 1,000 years old, but they look like babies because they're engineered for perverts.
I'm baby. I'm just a little baby. But I'm also really hot, and it's legal. It's legal to think I'm a hot baby.
We're putting on sculptures instead of using Dynamesh, because Dynamesh is actually a kind of AIDS. We use the muzzle of the mouth here. I remember what a face looks like. I totally remember that information.
Reminder that NFT stands for no fucking thanks.
You just said you weren't born with tits. True. I did in fact say that. I think my mom was born with them. And I'm pretty sure all of my cousins were born with tits also. It was just me that wasn't born with them. It's a unique tradition amongst my family. Not everybody is born with tits. Except for the people in my family, because I'm the only one without huge fucking knockers. Everybody else has massive ones, and it's not fair. I should probably bring out my base mesh, just for reference. Not that I'm gonna use it to sculpt on top of, because that takes half the fun out of it. But just to look for 3D reference. I should have done that before the stream started. Let me grab it. I don't remember what file or folder it's in. I don't want to just raw dog it. Gotta be nice to myself. It's been a while. Let's see. Maybe you are adopted? I checked. I thought I was adopted for the longest time.
I am jorking it to Yakub yum yum yum.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I think we can do that together as a family. That's cool. That we're all united on that front. Where did I put that stupid fucking OBJ? Let's try the Maya shit folder. It's probably in there. Okay, male anatomy tool. .obj. I hate this thing because it's so heavy. I'm gonna have to decimate it. Let's see. I don't remember how to. Can I just drag and drop? No, because ZBrush sucks. So you can't just drag and drop things. You have to fucking import them. You should cosplay a Croatian Kim Pine. I don't know who Kim Pine is. Brendan
Is this
O'Keefe, thank you
sculpture
for the
going
super
to take
chat.
us to Hyperborea or Agartha?
Yes.
I forgot. Haven't seen those memes in my FYP for so long.
It's my favorite streamer, Insane Bull. Oh, you found that comment, did you? Hold on, I gotta figure out how to do this. Hold on. I never know what's hiding in my folders, so I have to hide when I'm opening things. Import, okay, just went directly to ZBrush import, that's fine. Maya shit. Male skin tool anatomy. And it's really heavy, because why wouldn't it be? And, yep, there it is. Why does the head look squished inward? Because we're not done yet. We just started. You guys have to give me a minute. My face, I think it's facing backwards. That's actually a problem. We're not facing in the fucking Z. We're not facing in the Z axis. That's kind of a problem. We could probably... So let's smart resim it to fix that problem. It's facing the wrong direction. Let's see, deformation. Mirror it on Z. Not Y.
Make him fatter.
This isn't a fetish stream, so I will not be doing that. And we're gonna decimate this guy because he's just gonna cause problems with how heavy he is. See decimation meester. Thank you, Bishop. Hello, what's up, dude? Mika's gonna cry when she sees that governments are mobilizing to censor ban 4chan. We've seen the Hornets hive get swung before. This is gonna be interesting. I didn't hear about that, but 4chan has been shit for a long time, so I kind of don't care. It's just unbrowsable.
Dude is totally ballin'
Thank
right
you for the
now.
super chat, Bishop. ZBrush 2019 Giga Chad. Oh, like, what does ZBrush 25 even have to offer that's different? I remember the last time I was paying attention to like updates, the most they added was like a brush that looks like it's like a spit brush. I call it the cum brush. It's not very helpful. I know there's like a renderer in it now, but like I don't care enough anymore. Let's see, what was I doing? Yep, decimating. It's pre-processing. Same with Maya. Yeah, dude, the newer version of Maya, it's worse when you merge vertices. It misses so many of them every single fucking time. It's actually just worse. I don't know what on there that they updated that was actually productive, but in the newer version it made merging vertices worse. This question is annoying, but do you see NFTs ever becoming a viable option to sell art? What would have to change? Didn't NFTs die? I didn't know people were still selling those. I thought it was like just a fad that people don't do anymore because it's cringe. I'll tell you what though. So I have some really talented friends that, you know, when NFTs were blowing up, they tried to sell their artwork as NFTs, and it, you know, it's really high quality 3D art that they animated and stuff in the form of like a GIF, I guess, and it looked really nice. Guess how many NFTs they sold? 0, because people don't want fucking high quality art. It's just like modern art. They just want ugly fucking monkeys for some reason. So good quality art doesn't actually sell well as an NFT. All right, this should be lighter. Okay, less polygons. Great. Grape. Maybe I should make them bigger so I can see. There you go. Now you got little habitat as a reference to me. Nice. Nice. We can start filling stuff in properly now. It kind of looks like Squidward. That's kind of sick. Maybe I just should have sculpted handsome Squidward. I want to be like Raphael Grassetti and I just sculpt memes with my spare time. Because doing anything serious is quite gay and counterproductive to your plight as a 3D artist. Gotta increase his dome height. Well, I mean, you know, it's gonna be Yakub, so it's gonna be quite distorted compared to the average cranium. But for now, we're just gonna, you know, squish the things in so I can get my bearings. Raph Grassetti is the goat. Yeah, he's super cool. He's probably like the only person who has a job still. Why is Yakub the project of today? I don't know. Because I just felt it was the first thing that came to mind because people keep asking me to do a sculpting stream.
That was my experience with NFTs as well. Understood in about 5 seconds that it's not for actual quality art merchandise, but for scams.
Yeah, it's built for scams. It's not for anything else. Like, nobody I know that's actually good at drawing or sculpting sold anything as an
Honestly,
NFT.
I don't know what people have against NFTs. I'd like to have some nice fucking tits.
I have a problem with NFTs of that variety because I don't fucking have them. It's like a sour grape situation. Well, how about I just don't like tits anymore? How about that? If I can't have them, nobody can have them. Mika is sexually attracted to Yakub. Don't let her fool you. This is known lore. Everybody is sexually attracted to Yakub.
Mika, can you remind me to pick up my bubonic rats from the plague conventions in like an hour?
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. I'll try to remember. I'll try to remember that. Thank you, McFallon. What does that mean for the gifted subs? We determined last stream that Yakub is the perfect 10 out of 10 male. Yeah. You know, you can't really compete with this, honestly. If you don't look like this, you might as well just end it in a video game, of course, not in real life. I would never condone that on twitch.tv/kamikaze shortbus. I would never tell you to do that. I should save because ZBrush is a whore. Now I gotta fucking... I don't know where this is gonna save, and it could be in my porn folder. One sec. File, document, file, save as. Oh, it just saves in my shit folder. I'm gonna save it in the Yakub folder. There we go. Now you guys can't see where I hide the goods. Mika, are you the daughter of Tony Soprano? No. My dad is a much cooler Italian. I also didn't watch The Sopranos. I know I'm supposed to. I know you guys want me to watch it real fucking bad, but hear me out. I don't want to. There aren't cute, like, little animals in it. So I kind of just don't vibe with it. It's not my thing. There's no silly little guys. It's very devoid of silly little guys. Oh, look at that. I don't know if I can show that on Twitch. I should probably get rid of his peener. That might be a problem. Don't look at his peener, guys. Pretend you didn't see that. Why is ZBrush save system so ass? Because this whole thing is made out of fucking spaghetti code, and they never bothered to fix it. That's what I hear anyway. Show Pinar? No. I should put a cube though. I'm gonna append a cube just in case. Just a gently append. A decency cube. So you guys can't see his wiener. His wienar. Oh, this is a plane. I don't want a fucking plane. Haram. Delete. Delete! Just make sure I delete the right thing. And cub. Shoot that down. So you guys can't see his wiener. Cool, now it's gone. Wow, look at that. It's like it was never there. To be honest, I'm a psychopath. I like the ZBrush UI, but I also like rigging. Well, the ZBrush UI is fine because you can always just change it. You can always just make it whatever you want, so you don't have to be held hostage by it. This kind of looks like Bruce Willis, this Ecorche model I have. Did you guys hear Bruce Willis is kind of all fucked up and shit?
Wish I had a cube like
Hear
that. Standard these days got me fucked up.
I'm sorry you weren't born with the nice cube. Maybe next time. I'm taking a couple of 3D intro classes at university starting next week. Depending on which university you go to, they might be shit. It's very possible that you'll learn a lot more in this stream than you will at whatever institution you're going to. Universities have a problem with, you know, hiring people that are actually competent. Unless you go, like, to an art school specifically. Even then, you're not even safe, because you could go to, like, Art Institute or somewhere, and they'll just fuck you over. I don't think Art Institute is even around anymore, actually, now that I think about it. But I think Full Sail is. Full Sail is a scam, Art Institute is a scam, you know, places like that. Actually, most places are just scams, let's be real. It doesn't matter if their teachers are competent. I would say Nomen is a scam because, you know, you're not gonna get a job. But some places are more scammy than others. I think at Nomen you can at least learn things. Kind of. As long as you don't get Kevin Hudson as a teacher, you'll learn how to sculpt characters at least. Uni is not the place to learn this stuff. Uni is just not the place, full stop. It's just not the place at all for anything ever. It's a place to lose a bunch of money, actually. I like the facial structure, reminds me of my piano teacher. Oh, you have a piano teacher? Cool, too? Sick! I bet my piano teacher could beat up your piano teacher in a fight. Alright, we gotta give him the Yakubian lips. Which are, you know, quite different from the traditional white man lip. A lot more volume. Yakub, in fact, did not create white men in his image. He did something different entirely. He's got a, like, receding chin. We gotta fix that. There we go. Gotta give him, like, a Chad jawline as well. He's kinda, yeah, he's got, like, a cleft, doesn't he? The thing I hate the most about, like, working in production is that you're usually required to work off of a vase mesh directly. And that just takes the fun out of it. I like just noodling around until it looks good. And I can say confidently that I started from a blank sphere. And that makes me feel like a huge Chad. Makes me feel like better than people, because I am. But in production, you never have that kind of time. Do I have perspective on? Yeah, no, I don't. It's kind of important. I guess not important for now, but important for later. On-the-job training is the best way to learn. No, it isn't. Every job I've had in 3D made me a worse sculptor. Because it's not about building skill when you're on the job. It's about finishing the product and shipping it as fast as you can to the client.
The goal of production is not to feel like a human.
Yeah, you're meant to feel like a Ford assembly line with an art degree. Let's turn off Sculptress for a sec. It's like riding a bike. You never really forget. You never forget the horrors of being a 3D artist. Not really. I need my cool brush that I'm not going to give anybody else. I'm going to keep gatekeeping it because my mentor gave it to me. Brushes. The good one. So it's really good for the intricacies of scan and farm. If I can fucking find where I put it. Not these. Crazy to think I used to like buy brushes on purpose. That's insane. I used to like care about this. Wouldn't you know it? There it is. How do I feel about Blender? It's good. I would use it over Maya for everything else, but I would use ZBrush over Blender for sculpting. At least that's like I heard it was still better. I don't know how, in recent years because I haven't been like keeping up with this shit. But I'm pretty sure it's still better than the sculpting capabilities of Blender. But for everything else, like visual effects, blocking in stuff, hard surface modeling, I would just use Blender. I don't know how to use Blender though, and I don't have the patience to learn, cause like I don't want to do that shit anymore. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. Maybe. Hey Mika, fun. There was an Indian kid who took a selfie of himself and he took over 100 pictures.
You know that's
pictures.
where I
God
worked
damn it.
before I got laid off. Was full
Hold on.
sail. It had some great teachers and people who cared and some talented kids. But the curriculum is such a wreck and they are such a shit-for-profit school. It sucks they don't teach anything. I just want to teach at a small school and be happy.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get to the comment above. And they took over 100 pictures and sold them as an overpriced NFT. He got over 50,000, and when the value didn't go up in NFT, they wanted their money. But basically his response was, I'm not giving your money back because if you was dumb enough to pay a picture and you're not going to use it for anything. Yeah, that's how I feel about NFTs. And I'm pretty sure nobody like even gives a shit about them anymore. Nobody buys them. They don't go up. It's a plague that's long gone. And yeah, as far as full sale, yeah, even if you get teachers that are actually passionate about giving their skills to the next generation, you can't fight the curriculum sometimes. Like, I even had that problem at uni. Like, I told you guys the story of how I got saddled into having a dynamics class that I didn't fucking want. And I couldn't take classes that I actually wanted to take. I had to take fucking dynamics. What I ended up having to do was, like, in order to learn character texturing, which was not in the program I was in, but, like, extremely important for becoming a character modeler, is I basically had to go to tutoring for it every week, and it was like taking a 7th class. But I think they fixed the curriculum now for the bachelor's program to where it includes texturing 4, which is the character texturing class at Nomen. But before, they didn't have that shit because I was part of like the guinea pig class for testing out the bachelor's program. So there was a lot of stupid shit in the program before that, you know, you weren't allowed to specialize. Basically, you had to be a generalist, but I didn't want to be a fucking generalist. I wanted to be a character modeler. NFTs were a 100% overhyped scam. The only people who cared about them were people who did the scamming, absolute boomers, low IQ retards. Yeah, boomers, retards, and scam artists cared about NFTs. I believe a streamer I know sold an NFT, which is just like a video file of him having really explosive diarrhea for 50 grand. Somebody bought that. I'm curious to know how that person is doing now with their diarrhea MP4 that they spent 50 grand on. I wonder how they feel about that now, that it's probably worthless. Doesn't look like a black man? Not yet. We gotta get the base forms in, and then he will look very much like a black man. We're just using this white man sculpt
Dynamics,
here.
what are you, some kind of duo? Duo K on League 00, you just got a mental illness straight to the ward, but there was meth in the fentanyl they gave us. Now we are at the gas station getting sushi.
What? What does that mean? I feel mentally ill trying to parse through that sentence and figure out what it means. All right, he's got these deep cheekbones like this that no normal human has, but he's Yakub after all, so he's allowed to do that. I think we're gonna start filling in his head because I kind of feel it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. There we go. Look at that. Add more volume. He needs more. He needs much more. He's not smart enough yet. He's not smart enough to make white people in his current form. There we go. Should have included a trigger warning.
Yakub is the peak of human evolution.
Goddamn right! He looks like a fucked up muffin right now, but I promise. We'll fix it. We have the technology. Looks like his forehead also protrudes. Scoot that. There we go. Yeah. Oh, he needs ears. I hate sculpting ears. It's just a fucking pain. Maybe you should explore more art stuff and expand your artistic skills to land a newer job. I don't want a fucking job. Why would I do that? Why would I go back to the industry?
Do you have a ball act texture for his massive head? A big ol' ball act head. Very sexy, very cool. God, I wish I had a big ol' brain like Yakub.
As I was saying, no, why would I want to get another job in this industry? In an industry that severely mistreated me and took years off of my fucking life. I don't enjoy this stuff. I only enjoy making art for me. I don't enjoy making it for other people. Even if I got another job, even if the market for 3D modeling fixed itself tomorrow, I still wouldn't go back. It's fucking horrible.
Trigger warning, his black.
Trigger warning, he's black. Is that the trigger warning? Yakub was the first Witcher before the Witcher. Think it, dream it, do it. Alright, he needs more. More! He's not Megamind yet. There we go. It's got like this form, like it's coming out forward, which is really neat. I mainly wanted to sculpt this because he's got a lot of fun shapes in his head. Oh, thank you. Who in the fuck? Thank you so much for the $5 Yeti mongrel. Very, very nice of you. I really appreciate it. Oh, I had to get my mom, because you guys know I didn't get her a hospital bed. She didn't want one. But I got her a stair chair, which helps us bring her downstairs without her, because what the paramedics had to do was they got like a board and they strapped her to it like she was being put in a sarcophagus, and that was really uncomfortable. So we have a different solution to that. We have a stair chair that I bought with my delicious YouTube money, and I really appreciate you guys for helping me out with that. So how mega do you want your tumors to be? How have I not heard of this guy until now? Yakub? Good question. I don't know how. I guess you're not terminally online, if I had to guess.
I read that generative AI article you linked in one of your videos, and as a 2D artist looking for new concept artist work, it reminded me that I should go be welder.
Yeah. There's also the AI that I totally forgot about that's lurking in the shadows. So yeah, why would I put myself through getting another fucking art job? I'm so sick of that shit. I draw only for me and what me wants. Me wants to sculpt Yakub right now. And that's as pure as you can get with your intentions. Is you draw for nobody else but yourself.
Can you give some practicable tips on how to attain Yakub maxed physique?
You just have to be born with it, unfortunately. If you're not Yakub now, you never will be. Maybe if you get enlightened somehow, you could come close. But, you know, that takes a lot of dedication and probably living in a Buddhist temple for several years before you can attain that. I don't know if you're ready for that kind of commitment. If I do the whole thing, like if I make him a whole body, not just his head, I'll put this up on the Discord or something, and one of you guys can rig it, or maybe somebody can 3D print it. I'll give this to you guys as a gift. Mika, I'm wanting to go more the route like Glitch Productions and Spindlehorse, since they're both indie animation studios. Yeah, you could always do that, but just because they're indie doesn't mean they'll treat you good. Because I've worked for indie game studios and it was still a pain in the ass. So just be careful. Not to be a doomer about it, but you know, sometimes the grass isn't always greener. I would hope that Glitch treats their employees well. I would hope that the 3D modelers that work on like Digital Circus are having a good time. But you know, you can't guarantee that they are. You never know. He's got like a little divot in his lips. There we go. You're actually an insane 3D artist.
Trigger warning. He is a notorious no-good-doing nefarious Nimrod nincompoop. Also, he's black.
You're actually an insane 3D artist. Just sub today. Shout out to you making me want to get back into 3D scenes. That's the opposite of what I was trying to do. I was trying to like get people not to throw their life into this, because it doesn't necessarily end well. I don't know. It can if you get really lucky, or if this is just like you love doing it. Like when I worked at Marvel, some people just loved sculpting anyway. They hated working.
To everyone interested in the Yakub training regiment, you start by doing 100 faceplants. After that you read 5,000 books. Only factual books work. Lastly, you let Gorlick the Destroyer sit on your face for 5 hours. Do that every day and the beauty Yakub can be yours.
I should sculpt Gorlak the Destroyer. That'd be really funny. Hold on, I have to raise the price on text to speech again. It's like every time I talk, I get interrupted by text-to-speech. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's throwing me off. It's wrecking my autism. It's just a hobby for me. Oh, good. Keep it that way. My greatest mistake was attempting to profit off of something that I enjoy, because it makes you hate it. Let's see. Text-to-speech. We're gonna raise the price. We're gonna absolutely raise the fuck out of it. We're gonna, yeah.
No, my text-to-speech. I was saving for something special, but now I can never afford it.
You don't know what price I'm making it. You might still be able to afford it if you're a good boy and you hang out in the stream. There we go. Fixed. Best way is create your own and use it in your own method. Your own what? Yakub is the progenitor of the white race. Correct! You guys know your Yakub history. I've been animating professionally for 6 years. It isn't all bad out there. Just avoid the huge-ass studios and avoid client-based studios like the plague. That being said, they all over-rely on
You can't stop the
contractors.
text-to-speech spam.
You think I won't? Oh god. You guys actually have that much still. Don't make- no, I'm just gonna increase it more. Can I sculpt the white pal? Maybe. Meshi AI sucks balls. Is that the one that generates 3D models? It looks like it works pretty well. And at most, you'll just have to be cleaning up the topology for the most part and separating things that are fused together that shouldn't be. But it won't suck that bad for long. Saludos desde Mexico. Hola. Hola, compadre. Good eye, text-to-speech. I will mourn you like a loved one. It's not gone, it's just pricier. Alright, he needs bigger cheekbones. We'll make a spotlight for him in a bit so we can really get the proportions. We're gonna block in for now. See how much we can do before we do that. So here's a quick 3D tip. When you're sculpting faces, remember, shit is really round and there is draft in the face. Most people make the mistake of like making the face quite flat. Like for example, most people do this with the lips. This is not how lips work. They're on a muzzle. For example, like on the mesh. It's on a muzzle. So make sure you're keeping track of that as you're sculpting. And it's the same with eyeballs. Eyeballs are round, right? And if you want them to like close properly in a rig, you're not gonna want them just straight up and down, or it looks weird. What's up, Newlith? I still don't get why ZBrush ain't got basic retopology tools like Blender. Just that invisible BS. There's a retopology tool, it's just not good. It's just not very good. I don't know how good Blender's one is. I stuck with Topogun too for ZBrush retopology. I mean the one in Maya is really good. So that's the one I've been using forever. I don't know how Blender compares. Thank you for the sub, Mr. Yeti Mongrel. Thank you very much. Gonna take the second mortgage for text-to-speech. My eyeballs aren't round, they look like water drops. You might have astigmatism. In fact, let's add eyeballs right now. Some literal spheres to Yakub here. Shrink it down. There we go. So, you know, a good way to keep track of it is actually have an eyeball in there, and you sculpt around it so you maintain the sphericalness. And then we're gonna maybe make that smaller. So his eyeball wouldn't be that big, would it? No, it's a little big. Just shrink that down a little bit. Although he is stylized a bit, so maybe just like half that. There we go. I I hate that you have to move it like that. Move it like what? What do you mean? You took text-to-speech. I'm telling the real Yakub. Making Yakub in your 30s, I can respect that. I think everybody should make a Yakub sculpt at least once in their life, if you're a white person, to show your gratitude. You need to tell your grandfather that you're grateful for him creating you. Thanks, Yakub. Save your file. True. Well, I do have quick save on. But probably a good idea. ZBrush doesn't crash as often as Photoshop does. So there's that.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, thirsty nerds. Super chat cheaper than text-to-speech inflation. Text-to-speech is free, it's just channel points. Channel points are free, you just get them by sticking around. You guys are Weenie Hut Juniors. There's just so many of you now, so it's like very frequent with the text-to-speech, and it's very disruptive. Was this my favorite glitch that ZBrush is doing? Okay, no, it's not doing it good. Sometimes when I save my ZBrush project, it kills the pressure sensitivity on my tablet until I restart. It's fucking stupid. Channel points cost time. Time is precious, Mika. Skill issue. Get a time machine, okay? You can afford it. Time machines are easy and affordable. It's like my favorite part of the face to sculpt is just this plane that happens between the nose and the cheek. Makes me feel like I'm gonna bust a fucking nut. Hell yeah. And I love that I get to exaggerate it on Yakub here. I did miss this, for what it's worth. I'm happy to at least do sculpting in terms of shit posting. At least Corpos can't take that away from me. How to send text-to-speech? You have to use Twitch for it. There's no implementation of any kind for that in YouTube at all. No, it doesn't. Oh, hi, Yakub. Yakub is here. Thanks for the sub, Savalier. Thank you. Did you bucket people? No. Do you guys ever see that documentary or whatever? I don't know if it was a documentary. I don't know what it was, but it was like some whistleblower who was talking about Will Smith, and that Will Smith is like Hollywood's fleshlight, and other actors love fucking Will Smith in the booty hole to assert their dominance or something. I'll post it in the Discord server if I remember. I think Dinga sent me that video. Very cursed information in there, if true. Big if true. Information I didn't want to learn actually at all, but it is now locked in my fucking brain permanently. Pale Hand Game, sculpting for a greater cause. Thank you, Mr. Pale Hand Game. What? Yeah, I promise it's real. It's a real video. I don't know if like the contents of the video are real and if it was just like some former celebrity friend of Yakub. Not Yakub. Of Will Smith.
What? It's only smells. It's okay.
And they just wanted to like spread nasty rumors about him, but there is a video of that guy attempting to do so.
Nothing. It's only the smell.
Post it. I need to see that. I mean, I guess it's not technically. I mean, it doesn't show.
Behold, YouTube peasants, bask in the glow of my 10,000 channel points text-to-speech message. Quiver in fear as I hijack your stream and force you to listen to my words instead of indulging your parasocial relationship.
See, that's how you use text-to-speech. You gotta save it for something good. You have to interrupt me with something good if you're gonna interrupt me. It's not technically not safe for work. I mean, you don't get to see Will Smith's asshole being slammed into, but they do. It's quite vulgar to listen to. I don't even know how to search for this, and there's a fucking lawnmower outside my house. You're ruining my stream! Stop it! Please! Thank you. Alright, let me see. What was it? Will Smith. I don't know how to look this up. I don't know what I fucking... Not the slaps Chris Rock. I don't know how I would look up this information. Like, I don't know how to describe it as a title. Fuck. Will Smith gay. Let's try that. Will Smith gay. It might be this one. Corey Holcomb. That might be it. According to ex-assistant. Yeah, that might be it. This is my second stream today with a lawnmower. What's going on in America? Yeah, unfortunately, Americans are plagued with something that Europeans or anybody else in the world doesn't have to deal with, and it's the existence of lawns. Alright, let's grab this. Put it over here for your viewing pleasure. It's either this one or that one. I don't think it's this one. Let's go with the first one.
Now, there are celebrities who have accepted the poly and non-monogamous relationships. Some we know, Will Smith and Jada. They've been open about they have an open relationship.
But Will like guys.
Huh?
Will like guys.
How you know?
I live in LA. Does that make sense to you?
No.
I live in Los Angeles.
What does that have
There's
to do
a
with
lot
anything?
of
This isn't the video I
opportunities
watched,
I
but maybe
don't
he says the thing that I heard.
Get because the guys don't want me to see them with.
But he said he liked pretty girls. He said it in a song. He did say that, but sometimes you can lie on the internet. I don't know if you knew that, but sometimes you don't have to tell the truth all the time.
Their boyfriends, and I've suffered from that. It's like everybody know anyway. Everybody know anyway. So I'm saying, like, do you think me saying Will like guys? Because I said it, and I can't take it back.
Isn't it?
Because I believe it. I know it for the most part. Okay. By me saying that, I hope it doesn't strike a nerve in anybody. But I'm saying I live in LA. Yeah.
The video I watched was really funny because of the way he described accidentally walking in on Will Smith having anal with somebody else. Is it this? I know it's this interview, but it's 2 hours long, so we're not going to do that. You guys will have to find it yourselves, because unfortunately the YouTube searching algorithm is garbage. And I don't have the patience to go perusing for it. I mean, Michael J was married to women. I don't think Michael J was gay. I think he was just a very straight man, and they just like spreading rumors about him because TMZ. Why do you use Opera browser? Because it's better than Chrome. Imagine playing the straight man to a guy in a pink hat while wearing a purple hat. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is gay? Gay is when you like men as another man, or you like women as another women's. Why you don't think he diddled? No, I don't think he did. There's like a bunch of testimony about that online. Like, I'll die on that hill. I don't think Will Smith did it. Will Smith, or not Will Smith, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson definitely hated Jews, but he wasn't a kitty diddler. Thank you for the super chat, AG Konekni. You gotta tell me how to pronounce your name. I see you here a lot. To be honest, if I don't do art as my main career, I hope to collab with other fellow art students on fun projects. I enjoy art since it's a piece of myself. Yeah, that's what I do. Like, I don't want to abandon it completely because it's a part of myself. Like, I don't know who I am without this shit. I just can't do it for other people anymore because it sucks. It's just very draining to work for other people. Hassan Abi is a son of Yakub. That's unfortunate. I wanted to gatekeep Yakub for myself. Unfortunately, we won't be able to. Alright, we can probably add a spotlight in now, because we've got some decent proportions down. How do I do that, though? It's probably a Z plugin. No, the Decimation Master. Z spotlight. Where the fuck was that in the menu? No, it's a texture for some reason. No, we don't load it. We have to make one. Create a spotlight. No, we have to import the texture because this is what you do in ZBrush. You have to do all this stupid shit just to accomplish one task. Then we gotta turn this on. No. Oh, we turned it off. Fuck. This one. I think. This one. There it is. God damn it. Unfortunately, it got rid of his hair for some reason. I guess because it's a PNG and it's transparent, but whatever. His hair is secondary to his overall form. Sonoffy was a failed specimen. I made a Yakub a while back, gonna post it in the Discord. Hell yeah, my dude. Let's fucking go. Will you review my ArtStation portfolio during one of your streams? Yeah, I'll eventually do an art review stream. Maybe I'll do that Sunday, because I'm getting kind of tired of the dating streams, because people are always weird inside of them, and they get mad because I have hot takes, allegedly. So maybe we'll skip that one this week, and then we'll do that one next week, and then we'll do art reviews this time. Alright, let's see, how big do I want this? Maybe, I think this is about good. And then texture. What was a fucking hotkey to get this menu away? Was it like Z? Yeah, Z, Shift Z. And then we gotta save it or it'll move and that wouldn't be good. Yakub. That's not how you spell that, but whatever. To pronounce my last name, it's Konechny. Oh! Okay, a lot of Czech people in this chat, that's cool. MJ had a lot of issues going on at the time. Meeting the doctor that did his autopsy, he was having major sleep issues when he died. What did him in is his family and enemies he made along the way. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, the guy who did his anesthesia, it was considered a homicide, but for some reason that guy didn't go to jail for it. Got a slap on the wrist at most. Alright. And then, let's see, movie. Z movie for the, camera pivot thing. Let's see, timeline. How do I fucking do this? God damn, show. There it is. There we go. Okay. Spotlight is cool, but kind of annoying to maneuver. Most things in ZBrush are annoying to maneuver. Your skill in ZBrush is all about, how used to the UI you get. It's the same with Action. Nobody actually is good at Action. It's just like who can predict the shitty bugs the best. Who knows when the bugs are gonna happen and when it's going to crash the program. That's how you get good at Action. So it needs to be wider. Let's go. What happened? Dingus might talk to you about something I DM'd him about regarding potential future streams. By the way, I figured I'd talk to him since he's the big bad manager. I think it'd be good. I'm always down for stream ideas. I like that you guys like that I don't do the same thing every time, because it's like exciting, you know? You never know what's going to fucking happen on the stream, and I've always wanted to be like a variety streamer, because getting pigeonholed into doing the same thing is very irritating to me. And gets really stale very fast, so I'm always down for stream suggestions. Could you make it like a critique section in your Discord, just general feedback for whatever you're working on? I mean, there is a critique channel in the Discord. That's usually, it's the art discussion, so that's usually where I pull stuff from. But you have to wait till I'm actually streaming it, because I usually don't like go back in time with it. Unless I'm like tagged in a post there. I don't recommend like maximum over tagging me though, because then I'll get like anxious and I won't read it. The best thing to do is just wait till I do the actual stream if you want art critique. It's like pencil in his eyebrows right here. Yes, queen. Yeah, sister. Yes. Okay. don't know why though. Why? What? Why? Why did that get inverted? That's not what I wanted. God damn it. I guess it was because I was sculpting on top of the spotlight. It decided to do that. That's not what I fucking wanted. God damn it, dude. Oh well. At least we know where the eyebrows are, generally. Yes! Girl! Wait, they're so right, you're female Germa. I've never actually watched the Germa stream. I've seen clips. I wouldn't describe myself as Germa. Germa seems like kind of anxious, and that's the fun part. Is like his anxiety when he streams. It's what makes him endearing. I wouldn't say I'm very anxious on stream. I'm more like deadpan. But I could be wrong, as I've never actually tuned in to a Germa stream. Does he still stream, by the way? I don't think he does. Like, he retired or something, right? Oh man, I almost smashed his cranium in. That wouldn't be good. Female Germa, are you kidding? She's more Dark Souls-like. What does that mean? German is trapped by his disastrous his chat room. Yeah. They seem to hold him hostage quite a bit. Which is fun to watch clips of. Alright, eyelids are a pain because they're a very thin membrane. They take a lot of patience. And then they're even worse when you're retopologizing them. And getting the rigger not to yell at you about them. But we can do it, because I am indeed a professional. I did do this for a paycheck at one time. Very seasoned lab. Artosis chat, probably my favorite degenerate singularity on Twitch. You're gonna have to describe that. I don't know who that is. Go into detail, please. What is this little bit of the eyeball called? It's like a grunkle.
Yes.
Something I see a lot on sculpts is people forget this little corner of the eye when they're making eyeballs. Don't forget.
Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Thank you, JFTL81. Yakub is a playable race in Skyrim. Let's make a Yakub Fortnite skin. Maybe after we get like the base down, we'll pull up some Fortnite reference and we'll try to make him look like he's a Fortnite skin. And we'll see how many like 14-year-olds we can get to believe it. We can make like posters of it. We can make this a group project. I hope you guys know that. Somebody can rig it, somebody can animate it, somebody can composite it so it looks like a Fortnite commercial. And we can see how many people we can scam into thinking they're making a Fortnite skin of Yakub. Think it, dream it, do it! Can you mold the eyeballs details? What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Isn't this nicer when no one is telling you to redesign Yakub multiple times a day? Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more with any statement ever made. God, working at Marvel was fucking insufferable. Holy shit, everybody there. All of the upper management had serious fucking ego problems, man. It was insane. I'll never recover mentally from that experience. Alright, they're quite low on his eyeball. It's like, he's got a narrowed look. Like he's pondering the best way to create the white man. He looks like handsome Squidward. I can rig and animate it if you want. Thank you. There we go. We got a group project coming on. Maybe I'll make like a special thread for this. For the Yakub project. We're gonna see what we can accomplish as a Discord server. My goal of the Discord server is to treat it like an old school message board, like the way 4chan used to be, where united we can accomplish some pretty retarded tasks, like you know, polls closed due to AIDS, if we all have the same energy going into it, and I think we can make the Yakub Fortnite skin. Oh, that's not good. Gotta inflate that because it all fucked up. There we go. Somebody else can texture it. I love texturing it. Texturing in general, it's like my favorite part, but maybe I just can't be fucked. I don't know. What do you think about Anissa Joma? I tried not to. I think she's an abusive wife. And she stole iDubbbz' soul. And, you know, despite all of iDubbbz' social gaffes, I think it's not entirely his fault. Because when you're dating a very manipulative person like that, you have a tendency to become somebody else. Because you think you can't do any better. He's had his sense of reality warped by a very vile woman. A very toxic woman who has manipulated him into being codependent on her. I think she's the true force of evil in the relationship. And iDubbbz is just, he kind of just goes along with things. Because he doesn't stand up for himself. I just say that as like somebody who's been in a similarly toxic relationship. And he's never going to admit it either. It's going to take an act of God. Because he's already isolating himself from all of his friends and stuff in favor of her. She's probably telling him to do that. The only way I was able to get out of my abusive relationship was I started going to school. And, you know, I would show up to school crying. And people would be like, hey, why are you crying? And I'd be like, oh, you know, just normal marriage stuff. And then they would tell me, hey, that's not normal. And I'd be like, really? Because, you know, I had nothing to compare it to. And that's the only way I was ever able to wake up about it. I think iDubbbz is still in there, but, you know, I don't think it's likely he'll come out of it unless she, like, divorces him or something. Stream involving Yakub in a tub coming soon. That sounds like a children's book title. Yakub in a tub. Yakub in a tub. Sam would have saved him. I genuinely think Sam was trying to save him. But, you know, Sam went about it the wrong way. People don't want to admit that they've fucked up and they've gotten themselves into that situation. The more people bully iDubbbz online, the more he's gonna double down, unfortunately. I think the best thing to do is just leave him alone. Holy chin, look at that jawline. Yeah, he's a Chad. You have to be a Chad to invent white people. His eyes are a little too close. Gotta scooch that. Why Yakub? Because he's got a fun head. He's very much shape. My other idea was to, like, sculpt Sonichu. But we'll save that for another time. I want to do Yakub today, because, like, he's got a lot of fun forms on his head. Make sure the eyeballs, the eyelids, are concentric around his eyeballs. Or it looks bad. Or it looks bad. That looks better. I guess he is quite geometric. Yeah, he's very shape. I love me some shape. His new chin makes me feel like less of a man. Look, dude, you just gotta start mewing. That's the solution to all of your problems, is if you just start mewing, bro. You can be mewing right now while we're talking. I'd love to see you sculpt yourself. You look fun to draw, sculpt. I'll do that eventually. It's been a while since I've done any sort of self-portrait. Mika, just to be clear, I'm from and live in the US, but have family ties with Czechoslovakia. That's actually very sick. That's cool. What goes on in Czechoslovakia? Have you actually ever been there? Or do you just have a Czechoslovakia name? Because, my grandma really wants me to come with her to, Split, Croatia. at some point. I think she's supposed to be going. I think she already went, actually. She already went this summer, and I couldn't go because I need to watch my mom. But maybe next year I'll, like, go investigate the motherland. Italy, too. There we go. We gotta give him ears. We gotta give homeboy some fucking ear balls. Croatia's cool. I've heard that much. I've heard the beaches are pretty awesome. God damn it, I hate the hotkeys for ZBrush so bad. It's fucking stupid. I suppose I could change them, but I don't want to, because I'm too used to them. They're still stupid though. Alright, his ears are gonna be difficult because of his fucking cranium, but we're gonna figure it out. Should give him a neck too. It's got quite a powerful neck. It's gonna help sell it. I hate sculpting ears. What's worse than sculpting ears is retopologizing ears, because it forces you to make spirals. Ears kind of break all of the good rules of topology, and it forces you to compromise in ways that you wouldn't otherwise do with parts of the body. But I guess it's fine, because, you know, ears are... they don't move. They don't move particularly much. That being said, I'm assuming sculpting like a realistic animal with ear movement is probably a huge pain in the dick. I haven't done a lot of animal sculpting, actually. I don't think Shirtana counts as an animal. And then her ears were just triangles because she's low poly anyway, so it wasn't that much of an issue. Dude, I thought Yakub was like a meme. I didn't know he was a religious figure. He's both. Both things can be true. Two things can be true at once. Are you constantly saving your progress? Yeah, I am. There's also quick save. I have the quick save on for like every 20 minutes or something. So don't worry, we're good. And ZBrush is pretty good at, like, even if you didn't quick save, it's good at quick saving if it knows it's going to crash. So we're okay.
Don't worry. Everything is gonna be Daijobu.
Alright, he needs more. He wants more neck. More neck. There we go. We gotta give him a powerful fucking neck. Can't do the ears without the neck. Kind of looks like a penis from the back. Backpacked from Klatovy to Zlis, then Pilsen in Czechia. The countryside is beautiful, plus Pilsen too. I don't get to travel much, unfortunately. Someday. But good for you, though. Good for all the Croat bros in the chat. And the, not Croat, Czech bros. The neck of a god. Yeah, you need a huge neck to create white people. I believe he used pieces of his neck to create the white man. Kind of like how, like, God or something created Adam from his rib or some shit. Something like that. It's in the Yakubian Bible. I actually don't know what religion Yakub is from. I have no fucking idea.
Yakub! Yakubi!
See, there we go. Quick save. Are you a member of the Ustasi? No, I don't know what that is also. He needs a big neck to support his gigantic skull. Of course. Also that. Very biologically accurate fact. There we go. Yakub. Incredible rabbit hole to go down. Yakub is a We Was Muslims, LARP Black Americans did. That's what I thought it was. I totally thought it was that. I just wasn't sure. I think that's also what Kwanzaa is, if I'm not mistaken. Like, my mom, as a black woman, has never fucking celebrated Kwanzaa. I don't think she even knows what Kwanzaa is. It's like a thing they made up, like, recently. God damn it. It will be fun when you learn why your parents went to Argentina. My dad was born there, I think. My grandparents fled fascism during World War II when they were, like, toddlers. I think that's why they were there. My grandpa does hate the Jews, though, if that's what you're getting at. My grandpa's extremely anti-Semitic, if you wanted to know. I think that's like most Argentinians, though, because of, you know, the ties to Germany and fascist Italy back in the day. F1 neck, what does that mean? They fled in order to spread fascism. Like missionaries. Can you fucking imagine my toddler-ass grandpa as a Hitler Youth going to door before he can even fucking speak properly, spreading the good word of fascism? Scott needs to be deeper. Yeah, needs to be up here. Needs to come at an angle. Better, but not quite there yet. Yeah, we need more. We need more. We need to go deeper. Thank you for the 5 guests. Thank you very much. I love you, baby. I love you too, Mommy Pharaoh. I love you. Consensually, of course. Somebody mentioned it, but should the forehead protrude more? Yeah, it will. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're just fussing with the neck. We need this neck to look okay, and then we'll move on, because, you know, necks aren't triangular, round, so we need to round it more.
Ah!
I'm so glad I started using Sculptress instead of Dynamesh. Dynamesh is kind of AIDS. There we go. Yes, girl. Yes. Very shaped, girl. It's gonna be covered in hair, but I just like doing these little parts because it feels good. Just little bits like this. Feels good, man. Favorite thing you found interesting in history, world or American history? I watched a YouTube video on lobotomies the other day. That was super cool. Thank you for the super chat, the grass trainer, like Pokemon, I'm assuming. In case no one has said it back, I love you. I love you too, the grass trainer. Consensually, of course. I watched a documentary on lobotomies the other day. And apparently they didn't even, like, need your consent to dole them out. It was like, your family members could, like, go to the doctor and say, yeah, this bitch is fucking crazy. I need you to, like, snip around in her brain to fix it. And then they would just, like, force you to get one back in the day. Like, especially if you were, like, a woman. Like, what was it? One of the Kennedy sisters. If you were, like, a woman with an attitude, you got a lobotomy. Like, they didn't like women who, had perhaps emotions sometimes. They just gave them out. If your relatives complained enough, you could just, like, find yourself strapped to a fucking chair with somebody pointing an ice pick down at your orbital bone, and then you became disabled forever against your own consent. Fun stuff. This is why I don't like fucking doctors, man. This wasn't even that long ago. And one of the main people pushing lobotomies wasn't even a fucking doctor. He just, like, saw green dollar signs at the idea of making them mainstream. I was about to say the Kennedys. Yeah, they just lobotomized one of the Kennedys because she was kind of angry sometimes. Lobotomies are the most insane practice. Yeah, like, I can't believe people got away with that shit for, like, what was it, like, 30 years? 30 years. We can be these. You can live for 30 years. But yeah, you would just get those back in the day. And there's nothing you could do about it. Let's go, you're sad sometimes? Lobotomy. If I had grown up around that time, I would have definitely been lobotomized. Just for being spicy. Is the story of that dude with a nail in his head related to lobotomy? I haven't heard about that story specifically. I don't know. We're gonna take some artistic license and we're gonna maybe not do exactly what he has going on. Because I really like doing brow bones and I kind of want to explore that more than what this shitty drawing has to offer. It's not exactly the most anatomical drawing. We gotta sell it somewhere. I had a transorbital lobotomy patient last week. Unfortunately, it was delivered by shrapnel moving at Mach fuck, and he's super fucking dead now. Somehow he still had a pulse when we got him. Damn, dude, are you like a fucking paramedic? What the hell? Jesus fucking Christ. Doctors used to masturbate women for... Fuck, dude. You were so cooked if you were a woman born before the 80s. Shit just used to be fucking bad for women. We were considered a different species entirely. You got either molested or lobotomized. Needs to throw it back a little with his cranium. There. We're getting to it. We're getting it. I'm really failing it, Mr. Krabs. What do you think of BreadTube? I'm not a communist. That's not really my, predilection. And I feel like all of the BreadTube people were extremely annoying, like Hassan. I don't think there's a single pleasant one. That lobotomies were a real thing make me so angry. Were this just half a century ago, we'd be deprived of people like Mika. Yeah, dude, you don't know how many fucking cool women in history that never got to be because they got fucking lobotomized as teenagers. Because it used to be like a cure for, you know, menstrual hormonal issues when you were a child, as a girl going through puberty. If you got too upset during your period, you got lobotomized. It's insane. He needs a Adam's apple. More of an Adam's apple and a longer neck too. Oh, yikes! And maybe I should... No, we don't need to mask it out. I'll be lazy and not mask it. What did Stan Lee do to you? He died, I think. I don't think he did anything to me. It was his underlings. It was the people he hired to torment me at work. Sometimes after meetings with my command, I crave a lobotomy. So what's the backstory of Behind the Sky? Yakub is the creator of white people, the inventor. He did it. He's the reason white people are here. I think he did it as a punishment, if I remember correctly. He did it to punish other black people. He's like, you know what? You know what you guys deserve? You're getting white people. White people were a mistake. I like your username. I'd rather be frauding. What a creative use of text. Thank you for sharing your username on here. I will be having horrible mental images for the next 30 minutes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. G-Man 3D. He knows how bad it was over at the mouse factory. He knows all about those psychos. There we go. Where does eyeball? Oh, I isolated it, that's why. I kind of need it now. Thanks, Yakub. Sorry, black people. I am white, but I am Italian. That makes me black in Northern Europe. Yeah, Italians are the blacks of Europe. I hear that all the time. So that makes me half black, actually, instead of just a quarter, since I'm a quarter Italian and a quarter black. It makes me black twice in 2 different ways, which is kind of cool. Not many people can say that. I watched a TikTok the other day, and apparently Italians hate black people. Like, it's a real problem with tourists over there. They do not pull any punches anytime they see a black person in Italy. Isn't racism interesting? Isn't it fun? Isn't it super cool? Yakub intentions are beyond our comprehension, but we must trust it regardless. Yeah, we have to trust the process. Maybe the invention of white people hasn't come in full circle yet. Maybe we don't know truly what he meant by making white people 6,000 years ago. Keemstar is more black than you. Is he actually? Is he mixed? Usually I'm pretty good at clocking mixed people. I'm gonna look that up. I know Tectone is a quarter black also, which also threw me for a loop. I didn't know that. Let's see. Is Keemstar black? Wish I knew how to type. He's fucking Italian. Goddamn liar. He's Italian and Greek. Well, South Italians do have a lot of North African Arab DNA. That's what I thought. How about make veins in his head? I will. We're gonna save the details for last. We gotta get the main shapes out. Thank you, Rodney. Here's a few pennies towards the process. Thank you. Some of the modern medical safety consent practices in the United States started after the public was aware of Quaker oats and the government MIT feeding radioactive oatmeal to retarded children. What? Excuse me? I'm sorry. See, this is why I don't like fucking doctors. You always hear about shit like this. And it's always, like, not that long ago. Keem is, like, 5% or something like that. It doesn't count unless you have double digits. You don't get to be a black person. I will gatekeep that. And if you're not double digits, at least. You have to be at least 10%. Anita is, like, 50%, which you would never clock. Anita Sarkeesian? Or do you mean Anissa Joma?
Oh, yes.
Is Keemstar and hit enter? Jesus, take the whale! You guys should do on Google right now. Just write, is Pokimane? And then let it fill it in for you. See the kinds of insane things people look up about Pokimane. Anita is... Oh, wait, I read that already. Oh, the streamer sweet Anita. No, she's very clockable. I knew that just from looking at her. She's got something going on. I wasn't sure what it was, but I knew she wasn't like completely white. I thought maybe Latina. Have you ever heard of Katherine Johnson before from her work at NASA? No. Quarter Italian, quarter black. You could be a cool Spike Lee's character. Gatekeeping blackness. I gotta gatekeep something. I gotta gatekeep Gaslight and Girl Boss. Or, they'll take away my, my N-word pass. But the government will come and take it if I don't gatekeep being black a little bit. Top result was Moroccan. She is in fact Moroccan. Is Pokimane a virgin? Yeah, that was the one that like threw me for a loop because she's like in her 30s. And that's a weird thing to ask people. Cause you know somebody's like fantasizing about that for some reason. Top result for me was single petty algorithm. Yeah, a lot of people make that fantasy assumption too. People treat streamers like they're K-pop stars. I think it's very weird and parasocial that people care so much about that.
You gotta maintain the fantasy.
Like, if you're a K-pop star and you're dating somebody, first of all, your management will tell you to stop. And second of all, if the public finds out, you have to make a public apology and say that you belong to the fans only. It's like it's a real thing in Korea. Like, they don't see that as, like, weird. If Squidward was black, would they call him N-word? UN pass can be revoked if you don't meet the required percentage. Exactly. So I gotta keep the percentage higher than at least single digits, or then I won't be able to say it anymore. I'm doing it for selfish reasons. I don't want to have to go to the DMV, and when I'm getting my driver's license renewed, they take away my N-word pass. That would be tragic. I hate going to the DMV. Make this like a nice sphere. And then this needs like a divot in it. Of some kind. To really sell the protrusion in his forehead. I know we haven't done ears yet, and it's because I'm procrastinating on ears, and I hate doing them. I might just, like, scrape them off of the, base mesh model, because I just can't be fucked. This would go incredibly hard on my chain. I'll leave the ZBrush file out for it, if somebody wants to 3D print it eventually. Or maybe somebody needs to, like, teach me how to optimize things for 3D printing, because I have no idea. I've never 3D printed any of my stuff. I don't even have a 3D printer, but if somebody else wants to, you know, they can tell me what to do here. Yeah, that helped a lot. I want to make it wider, though. Yeah. Yes! Goral. Looking fire, Goral. I don't think people say fire now. I think people say, oh, she ate. She ate! Slay! Who is that? This is Yakub. I low-key want to print it now. Oh, you guys are totally welcome when I finish it. Keep it as like a cursed amulet. Hang it on your neck. So people will know where you came from. Never forget your heritage. Okay, it's important that white people pay tribute to Yakub. I haven't saved in a minute. Let's save. Let's do that now. Optimizing for 3D printing is pretty easy. It depends on the scale and accuracy of the printer, but mostly you just have to make sure it's watertight. Oh, that's no problem. So I'm assuming I would, instead of making the eyeballs a separate object, I would have them, like, welded in, I suppose. Is that all I have to do? Easy peasy. If you really think about it, whites are the Jews of blacks. What? Huh? That's quite a sentence you have there. Don't you love that you can just say stuff? That's fantastic. Maxon can kiss my butt. Screw them for making ZBrush a subscription service. Yeah. Haha, I know all about subscribing to ZBrush. Yep. I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed to ZBrush right now, you guys. But yeah, fuck them for doing that. Fuck Autodesk for doing that as well for Maya. That's like so fucking greedy, man. How much would it take in cash for you to wear the Sonichu medallion? Aren't they like 200 bucks from Chris Chan's shop on Etsy? I've heard that they're cursed. I don't know. I've already got a lot of bad luck in my life at the moment. I don't think I want to tempt God right now. I'm not like... I have some critical situations that I'm in that I don't want to teeter the weights of fate about at the moment. So maybe I wouldn't do that just at the moment. Have you tried Blender? No, I haven't. I know it's something I should do eventually, but ugh, God! I don't wanna, please, Mamma mia. I don't wanna fucking do it. I might do it for a video. Because you know, I'll occasionally do an art tutorial video once in a blue moon. And it's only if if there's like a piece of information that I'm aware of that I think hasn't been done already on YouTube. I'll do it in that instance. And I do have something like that for the way I light 2D illustrations. So I might do something like that, but I'll need Blender for it because I'm assuming most people don't use Maya at all anymore. Because why the fuck would you? So I need to be able to reinterpret my process in Blender to show you guys what I do. So eventually we'll get to that. First time Blender Discovery stream would go hard. I could do that. That sounds like ass, but we could do that. Blender gets so easy after your 700 project. It's crazy. I don't think like it would take me that long. Because, you know, I technically wouldn't be raw dogging a 3D program. I think most people get caught up with Blender because it's the first time they've ever done anything in a 3D program ever. And I'm quite used to them at this point. So it's just learning a new UI, essentially, and trying to know where all the tools are. I think, like, part of the issue with learning Blender is, like, you're completely fresh to 3D in general. So you don't know, like, basic 3D modeling practices, for example. Like, you don't know what an N-gon is and why they're bad. You don't know how to optimize a mesh for animation. That kind of shit. I already know all that shit, so it wouldn't be too much of a chore for me. I just don't fucking feel like it. If you ever switch to Blender, don't try the Maya camera controls option. It makes it really hard to follow tutorials and to tricks. I got set back a while because I hate relearning camera stuff. Well, yeah, because, you know, when you go to Gnomon, you have to learn a bunch of different fucking software, so it's like no problem for me learning a new UI. Because, you know, obviously the ZBrush UI is entirely different from the Maya UI. And the Maya UI is entirely different from Mari. And Substance Painter feels compelled to change their UI every couple of fucking years for no reason. And you have to relearn it a bunch of different times. So, you know, I don't have a problem with that. It's just part of it, I guess. Part of my suffering. Sometimes there's no handicap you can take. No easier path, really. Is there an N-gon pass? Not that I'm aware of. Although I have seen documentation for, like, Pixar for a long time ago that tells you when it's appropriate to use an N-gon. But I haven't actually seen anything like that in the real world. Oh shit, thank you, Bishop. Jesus Christ, man. Are you doing the full body today or just the head? I'll probably only get to the head. And then we'll do this over a couple of sessions until we have a full-fledged Yakub. But thank you, dude. You're too generous. You helped me get my mom fucking her stair chair, so we can get her down the stairs in a way that's not strapping her to a board while she screams. So I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Substance Painter hasn't had a good update in like 3 years. Yeah? My problem with Substance Painter is Substance Painter would be so good for, like, making, hand-painted assets. But for some fucking reason, they don't let you do that. You have to, if you want, for example, to have a different paint color, you have to make an entirely new different fucking layer to do that, which, you know, doesn't let you hand-paint things at all like you can in 3D Coat. I prefer 3D Coat overall, honestly. But 3D Coat doesn't have a good enough ambient occlusion bake like Substance Painter does. So you have to know both fucking programs. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. I don't know why these fucking programs won't get all on the same fucking page. It's such a pain in the fucking ass. I don't know if this has been answered, but would you recommend Blender or ZBrush for sculpting beginner? Just use ZBrush, man. You're gonna have to get on it eventually. I think somebody said it well earlier. Blender is good for, like, you know, simple low poly stuff. ZBrush is better for, you know, this. Making something more high definition and more complicated. So just, you have to use it both. Because ZBrush is terrible for retopology. There's retopology tools in ZBrush, but they're fucking garbage. So you'd have to use either Maya or Blender for that. So you have to learn both. It would be nice if all 3D programs used a similar interface. You're telling me, man. Be a freak and sculpt in 3D. Oh god. I forgot that you can do that. Or you can at least box model in there. There's like an entire part of 3D Coat that you just don't touch. Because why the fuck would you? Blender has gotten better at handling high poly count. Maybe I'll try sculpting in Blender as a stream gimmick. Just to see. Just to make my direct professional comparison. To see which one is better. Sculpt in Mudbox. My mentor sculpts in Mudbox. That's where the shader is from, because she just couldn't get used to the ZBrush shader. So she made one herself that mimics the Mudbox shader. And I think it's really good for sculpting skin. She taught me a little bit of Mudbox, actually. But yeah, it's overall fucking terrible. She only likes it because, she's, more of a veteran. Like, I think she was just learning, 3D modeling when NURBS was still a thing that people did. Oh, now it did the thing that I don't like when it does. It's really annoying. I'm new to 3D. You called someone's mom low poly. Would that be a good insult? Yeah, I think it would. You fucking low poly ass bitch. Get some more definition. Get some more resolution. It's pretty funny. Queef Deliverance, what's up, dude? Will this be available for 3D printing? Yeah, I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna optimize it for you guys. I'll just put it up on the Discord when I'm done with it. And you guys can have a little Yakub, a little gift from me to you. Let's check the spotlight here. Yeah, I guess that's, you know, it's his cranium size. Let's see, his eyes are a little bit low. So we're just gonna scooch them up. get some subdivision. I don't want to. It's not time yet. It's not time to do subdivision until we're doing details, which we're not doing yet. But don't forget to enable Vulkan in render properties. If you sculpt in Blender, by default, it is OpenGL, which sucks. Why the fuck is Vulkan the default then? That's really lame.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for the fuck ton of gifted subs, Ianius. Thank you very much, man. Jesus. Holy shit, man. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Are we saying low poly Lara Croft is bad? I guess so. I guess we would say that. I prefer low poly stuff because I think it looks cuter. That's my personal opinion. I think that's why video games suck now. Because I think, oh, if it's high poly and more detailed, that makes the game better, and it doesn't at all. Why is your brain so big? Because I'm also going to create white people. No, I'm going to create my own new race that hasn't been invented yet. Yo, fuck these ads. Rest in peace, Queef. He's been added into the Omegaverse. My first classes of sculpting was in Mudbox. Later we jumped to 3D Coat and we finished with the ZBrush. In the end, I was never able to learn sculpting, so I stick to animation. Yeah, because I was completely fucking worthless. What the fuck? You just need one of those to learn how to sculpt. Why do they have you sculpting in 3D Coat? That's insane. Well, I gotta go salvage my sleep schedule. Enjoy the rest of the stream, Mika. Y'all lovely folks. And remember, it's always faster to beat a doctor with a hammer than to just an apple. True. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Filthy Shinobi. Look at that fucking head, though. Ashy ass head. Yep!
Oh, yes.
We were doing removing his eyeball. You mean the 175 gigabytes of Call of Duty because it has too many polygons? Ain't no way. I don't know. I don't fucking play Call of Duty.
Oh,
I don't play games like that because there aren't silly little guys in it. I only play games with like cute, endearing characters. Like Deltarune, or Hollow Knight, or Omori. I genuinely hate any high definition, high realism game. I won't play it because it doesn't appeal to me. Although I know Expedition 33 is supposed to be really good. Maybe I'll play that on stream, I don't fucking know. But it just doesn't appeal to me, like, visually. You ever gonna play Silk Song? It's not out yet. I would love to, though. I will. Need to finish Deltarune? Get with the program, man! Luigi was right. Luigi was extremely fucking right. So my mom had sepsis, right? That's why she was in the hospital for so long. I thought my parents were, like, deliberately withholding that information from me on purpose. But it turns out my mom didn't know she had sepsis because nobody in the hospital told her. And my dad also didn't know that my mom had sepsis because nobody in the hospital told him. She was just like, oh, you have an infection in your mouth. So, you know, you have to be in the hospital for 7 days. But, you know, 7 days is kind of a long time to be in a fucking hospital on an IV drip full of antibiotics. But it turned out she had fucking sepsis. I think you'd love Expedition 33, y'all. I guess I'll have to check it out at some point. Is that from the is that KSI from the This is the origin of that. Yakub predates the KSI gif. American healthcare is a joke. Yeah, it's fucking insane. So we were signing my mom up for home health. So home health is the thing that you do when you want to get healthcare at home because you're immobile and you have stairs in your fucking house. So the company that we were going through has both home health and hospice. Hospice is the one that you take when you have given up, when you've exhausted your options and you're ready to just, like, be comfortable as you slowly die. Thank you for the super chat again, Rodney. You're sculpting the Giga Chad version of Yakub. We might have to reduce his jaw with a little bit to be more lore accurate, but we'll figure it out as we go. So anyway, so we had to go through my mom's insurance to get all this finalized. And we thought, okay, insurance has finally okayed my mom's home health endeavor after months of us trying to fucking get it going through. So the other day, the, or at least what we think is the home health nurse shows up to our house to get my mom's intake shit going on. And it turns out it's not the home health lady, it's the hospice lady. And the hospice lady is very confused about why she's there, and we're really confused about why the home health lady, or why the hospice lady is there, because we're like, no, my mom's still getting treatment, and in fact, she just started. Thank you, Department of Trichnology. Thank you for the $5. But yeah, it turns out my mom's health insurance just wants her to be on hospice, because that's what health insurance companies do. They would rather you fucking died than they actually have to pay for anything. So we had to do all of the bullshit of arranging this over, and my dad had to cancel it. So we are again without nurses. We were supposed to have the nurses coming in this week, but we don't have that. That's why earlier in the stream I had to go figure out how to use an oxygen concentrator myself, because a nurse was supposed to come days ago and teach me how to fucking use it. So I had to Google that information. But yeah, insurance companies don't actually want you to use their amenities, because that means they have to pay for them. So that's why the insurance made an oopsie and put my mom on hospice instead of home health when she didn't want that, because my mom isn't ready to give up yet. She's not ready to throw in the towel like the insurance company wants her to do. So that's fun. That's more missed sleep for me, because taking care of an entire sickly human adult is quite taxing. But I think I fixed my sleep schedule. I think I'm getting up early now to where I can, you know, help her clean herself up and get her food and oxygen and shit. Average American health insurance. Yeah, isn't it fun? Isn't it fun and sexy? Wow! It's crazy that some people were confused why everyone went Lamau when the health insurance CEO got uninstalled on a sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah. There's like a lot of white right-wing grifters that were like, oh, that was a man with a family. Oh, he had a wife and kids. Like, go fuck yourself, man. Insane to sympathize with somebody who is predatory to a person who is just looking to avoid getting killed by an illness. It's weird that we even have to have that conversation with people. Does your mom know about Yakub? No, because my mom's black, so she wasn't made by Yakub. She was made the good old-fashioned Christian way. People talk smack about our universal healthcare system, but in Canada, you're in a good position if you need help. The thing I hear about Canada, though, is that it takes a fucking long time. Like, if you've got a chronic illness or something like other than a cough, it's gonna take you a long fucking time to actually get assistance for that. Like, definitely not a great place to have cancer, from what I've heard. You're on a fucking wait list. With my Facebook group, I help people with medical bills all the time. I have raised over $200,000 for people in the past 4 years. One of these days, when I'm big enough, I want to make a charity stream. But it feels like charities can be really shisty. Like, I don't know how much of the money donated actually goes to where it's supposed to. Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard that Susan G. Komen is like a huge scam. I've heard that multiple times. We literally have a cancer research center where I live in northern British Columbia. It only takes a long time in Canada if you don't have a family doctor that gets you set up, but it depends on the province. Which province is the best? I'm looking for somewhere to fucking move. I'm so sick of this shit. I would donate to your charity commie. Well, I'd have to find a good one that's not a fucking scam. Because, like, how often do you see, like, there was a Twitch stream where somebody was trying to raise money for something, and then it ended up not going to the charity at all? I've seen that a few times, and I'm worried about that. I'm gonna look up, is Susan G. Colbin a scam? Found a Reddit thread. Actually, we can look at it as a family. stream for mom. My mom's fine. She's got insurance. And then you guys helped me. You guys already helped me get the stair chair. It should be here Monday. And we did it through my dad. I sent him the money so that my mom can't cancel it and feel weird about getting medical supplies because she doesn't want to feel like she's old or an invalid. So we are for sure getting the stair chair. What was I looking up? Oh. Let's see. And keep Yakub on the screen because he makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I don't want to watch a video about it. I suggest the Northeast in terms of good cancer treatment and more protections from healthcare. Rather than donating to a charity, probably donate to an actual research institute or a hospital. That way you at least know it's getting to the places you want to go. That or like I donate directly to like somebody's GoFundMe if they need help paying their fucking medical bills. I don't know, man. I just feel like cancer research is a little shisty. Maybe that's like my inner conspiracy theorist, but I've heard from doctors, like I've overheard that from people at hospitals saying that, ooh, cancer's a big business. I've heard that a couple of times. Canada destroys you in taxes, supports mass migration specifically for New Age slave labor, and the healthcare system is failing so fast. The latest advancement was either enter this kill cube, please. Earth is kind of just a nightmare, but the same as it ever was, I guess. Yeah, I hear so many mixed things. Like, I genuinely don't know. This is largely just Americans talking on behalf of Canadians. There's some minor truth to the Reddit, but it's exaggerated. Yep. I don't fucking know. I don't know where the truth is, man. I guess I'm more inclined to believe actual Canadians, I suppose. I'd love to hear your opinion on the bean face animation. Oh, you mean the Grubhub? The Grubhub animation? I saw a new trailer for the next Pixar movie, and it looks like they're finally shying away from that shit. Let's see, maybe we should watch this video as a family.
Hey there, this is Tanktronic. So, I wrote a blog post about this a little over a year ago on tanktronic.com, a great place to visit, I might add. But that was almost 1,000 words, and ain't nobody got time for that, and anyway, I think I found a better way to convey the message. The message being that everything about the Susan G. Komen For the Cure, and I'm air quoting there, charity is one big, steaming, festering pile of pink bullshit. They're not an altruistic entity adamantly searching for a cure to cancer. They are a marketing company, and a very good one. Let's take a quick look at their publicly available financial records for the fiscal year ending in 2014. Alright, for the year, Komen took in revenue of just over $287 million. That revenue then gets split into 4 main programs and a couple other cost centers. About $38 million went into health screening services. By no means a bad thing, but definitely not progress towards a cure, as their marketing claims.
Yeah, isn't screening just giving people mammograms? That's not research, is it? Rip the COVID art style. They won't do it for me because of where I live, but you totally can because you live in Cali. Wait, and what they do? Huh? Huh? Yeah, Canada isn't the place to move at all, sadly. See, I'm hearing different things from different Canadians. I don't know what the truth is. British Columbia is the Cali of Canada. I only really know about Ontario and BC personally, but Alberta is the most desirable to live in for a lot of Canadians, but I'm not sure how good their healthcare system is. You can get fucked on taxes if you take donations and then plan to donate that money to someone versus an organization with tax write-offs. You can always do a charity stream where you pick a GoFundMe and tell people to donate to that GoFundMe similar to a raid. Oh, that's really smart. That's really fucking smart. I'm gonna write that down for the future. Cause your boy is growing. Your boy is growing, becoming one of the big dogs. So yeah, I'd rather just raid somebody's GoFundMe instead of like donating directly to a charity or like the other thing that you said that fucks me over in taxes. Cause taxes are really fucking gay, man. I can't believe the government is just able to scrape off money that you're trying to use to benefit somebody's health crisis. That's insane. Raid a GoFundMe.
$13.5 million went to treatment services, which again are a positive, albeit vague, use of charitable revenue. Here's where it gets dicey, though. Over $122 million was spent on public health education, again, air quoting liberally.
That's 43%.
A full 43% of revenue for the year. That's a whole lot of money on education for a populace that is already very aware of what breast cancer is and what it does to those afflicted with it.
So that's really fucking shiesty. I'm pretty sure women know to, like, feel their tits every once in a while. I don't know how you're losing 43% of that very large money. Was that like $287 million? How do you know how you lose 287 or 43% of 287 million on telling people that breast cancer is probably bad?
More on this later. Lastly, of the programs, $43 million goes to actual research for a cure. 15% of all revenue. Well, not quite 15%, but we'll come back to that too. The remainder of your donation goes to cover general and administrative expenses, offices and people who work at Komen and other costs, essentially, and fundraising costs. Now, I don't know where fundraising costs stop and public health education starts, and cynical old me tends to think that the two amounts combine to form a massive $160 million budget so Komen can keep marketing and marketing and marketing.
Wait.
So
that can't be fucking real. That can't be fucking real. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. That has to be... No. Okay. No. That can't be real. It has to be a fucking Photoshop. Oh. No, dude. It's real. Eat this disgusting, greasy fast food with lots of acrylamide and forever chemicals and seed oils that will probably give you breast cancer if you eat enough of it eventually. For a cure for breast cancer. Makes total fucking sense. Jesus fucking Christ. That's... I hate it. I hate this country so much, man. Buckets of hope. Eat this very carcinogenic material to raise money and awareness for breast cancer. It's fine. Just do it. The breast cancer chicken breast meal from KFC. Oh my god, I've never been more irritated in my life looking at something. Holy shit. All of that money would be better spent on teaching white people about technology. Rips open bag of Cheetos. Hell yeah, I haven't bought a bag of snacks in forever. Yeah, dude. Hot Cheetos for the cure.
You keep giving more money. Oh, and that 15% of revenue going towards research? Well, that's not really 15%, because of that $43 million, a $10.5 million chunk goes to cover salaries, fees, and expenses that were somehow not covered in the other $23 million of general and administrative costs. So it's actually under $33 million of the $287 million that goes towards finding a cure, or 11% of revenue. 11%. But all that is just a bunch of numbers and really shitty and poorly produced Excel screenshots. For a more direct and visceral example of just how disinterested Komen is in funding actual cancer research, let's imagine a scenario. Here's you. Hello. You just won $1 million in the lottery. Congrats. Now, here's another dude. He just won $1 million too. Dick. So other dude goes and immediately writes a $1 million check to Susan G. Komen, because he's a good dude and he wants to see cancer eradicated. You, on the other hand, give the $1 million to me, Tanktronic, because you're both awesome and a great judge of character. I then, in turn, take your $1 million and march directly to the nearest Chevrolet dealer, where I buy a 2016 Corvette Stingray, cash money, out the door. I then drive that Corvette straight to the nearest strip club, where I proceed to buy a full pound of cocaine that, shockingly, was available for purchase at said strip club. Fueled by an essentially endless supply of booger sugar for both me and the dancers, I proceed to make it rain non-stop for the next 10 minutes, stopping only to proceed to the VIP room, where I receive an unprecedented and medically unadvisable 153 consecutive lap dances. Now, sore and strangely unsatisfied, I get back in the vet and drive directly to the nearest airport, where I light the Corvette on fire and sprint away in lieu of paying exorbitant parking fees. I then stroll to the
I feel something very ominous with where he's going with this. It's not gonna be fucking good. See, if only you knew how bad things really are.
ticket counter and purchase a business class airfare to Paris in cash with the money you gave me. Arriving in Paris the next morning, I check in for a 10-day stay in the $23,000 a night Imperial Suite in the Paris Ritz-Carlton. I've got to walk the walk while I'm staying there, of course, so every night I order a bottle.
Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Newlith. We will still live in a society that think Michael Douglas was a villain in Falling Down. What was that movie about? I know I've seen that movie. I saw it a long fucking time ago, but I don't remember the plot at all. You're gonna have to refresh my memory on it.
Of Dom Perignon to consume as a nightcap in my bed with silk sheets every evening. Now, bored, I take another chunk of the money you have so graciously gifted me, and again, thank you, and purchase a brand new Lamborghini. I think it's pronounced Aventador, but I'm not sure. The fact is, I bought a Lamborghini and it's awesome. In less than 7 minutes, I navigate the supercar directly from the dealership into the depths of the Seine River because I think it would be funny. Misjudging the depth of the river, however, the car crashes violently upon entry into the water, leaving me with a broken nose and jaw. The next day, after receiving emergency plastic surgery and paying off the local authorities to treat the driving of a Lamborghini into the river as avant-garde performance art, I board my return flight to the United States where, upon landing at JFK Airport, I summon a private helicopter to fly me to Manhattan, where, bloodied, worn, and 11 days removed from sleep thanks to ingesting over 200 grams of cocaine, I hand over the remainder of your generous cash gift to me to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And, after all that, you have still donated more to cancer research than the other guy.
What the
Twice
How?
as much.
What? What is that? How is that? What? How does that fucking work? I don't understand. I got lost because there's math involved. Why is everyone suddenly talking about falling down wherever I go? Is it me? Do I smell like extreme Hank Hill? That is a very interesting sentence. Why I don't want go away. I'm trying to look. So 28 okay. Given to the Breast Cancer Foundation would have resulted in well, I got lost with that video. I don't get it. Somebody else explained it to me because I'm stupid. TLDR, politicians and business people are scum. Well, I already knew that. I guess I didn't really need this video to realize that. I'm just bad with numbers, unfortunately. That was a very elaborate way to provide statistics. Yeah, I kind of got lost in the storytelling of it. Is it because of the percentage of actual money that went to the research? Is it something to do with that? Non-profit companies are always for profit. Well, yeah, they gotta pay people, I guess. But it looks like they're also just paying people a little too much for something that should be for the betterment of a disease. TLDR, the Komen Foundation would be more efficient if they blew most of the money on cocaine and strippers. Okay, I can see that. But yeah, that's the kind of, you're not stupid, you're just dyslexic, true. That's the kind of issue I don't want to run into with a charity stream. Like, even when there's somebody who is like the middleman and supposed to be handling the funding, like what happened with Iron Mouse and for the immunological research that she raised money for. And then what's it called, the fucking VTuber company that she was working for decided, oh, what if we just give any of that money to the charity? What if we just didn't do that? Person A is donating to Susan A. Person B is doing coke but donating to Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Oh, it's okay, so that's what it is. It's a different charity. That's where I got lost. I got lost because of all of the cocaine and hookers. I was really into that story. Okay, that makes sense. Paying people wages isn't profit though. I mean, I agree. However, I feel like their bottom line should be trying to give as much money to the actual research as possible, and it looks like Susan G. Komen does not fucking do that. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hello.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Cody in the garage, for the sub. I heard booger sugar. I'm in. Yeah, that's where I got lost. I got too interested in the cocaine part. I didn't know he was talking about two different charities, and that one of them, Susan G. Komen, sucks significantly more. You really have to pay attention to which charity you're donating to. Come on, ZBrush, please do the thing. Thank you. Christ. I'm heading out. Good luck channeling the divinity of Yakub into ZBrush. Thank you. See you later, Neo1140. Have a good day. I believe in you. I just fucking hate doctors, man. I don't know what they do with their time. Most doctors are just like, they're not there to heal people. They're just on a perpetual ego trip because they got told that they were gifted in middle school or something. And they're out to prove that to the world. And it doesn't matter if, like, somebody dies in the process of them not caring about anything except proving their own ego. Because that's not the point, is it? Yay, the 3D artist, amazing meme, Deltarune streamer noticed me. You're welcome. What's up? Hi. It has to do with doing blow, buying a crazy rich car, going on a bendering in Paris, paying bail, and bribing, plus fixing your fucked up self in hospital and taking a jet back is far cheaper. Yeah. So the moral of the story, guys, is just don't get cancer. Just don't do it. Just don't happen. Don't let it happen, because if you do, you're fucked. You know, my conspiracy theory is that they're doing everything they can not to actually cure the disease, because they make too much money on the treatments and not a cure. And, you know, everybody will say, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory, you're just too black-pilled about it. But, like, look at the world that we live in. People do shit like that all the fucking time. It's simply human nature to do stuff like that. Just how our species is, man. No two ways about it. Cancer is as profitable as war? Yeah. Of course it is. Why would people want to turn off that spigot? What's the incentive for curing cancer? Like, tell me. Who does that benefit outside of the patients? There's something I read about, like, Ozempic. And I believe what food companies are trying to do right now is put chemicals in food to counteract the effects of Ozempic, so you start craving bullshit again. And it's like this sort of symbiotic relationship with Ozempic getting really fat, and then taking Ozempic to not be fat, and then eating food, and then getting fat again, and then taking more Ozempic. And I believe it's like similar with Bayer, the company that does a lot of stuff for, I believe, lymphoma, has like a lot of lymphoma or leukemia treatments. And they also own Monsanto, which is that company that makes a pesticide that gives you lymphoma or leukemia. You know, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory to notice that kind of pattern. I mean, it's also very human nature to cure disease. We've done a lot of it. Sure, we have. But is it as profitable, though? I think cancer is just like so much of a whale. Because it's like a long-term chronic illness, right? So you've got like time to bleed your patient dry. It's not like fucking tuberculosis where you've got like, if you've got tuberculosis, you have like what, 11 days to fucking live. It's not very profitable. It's more of a pain in the ass if anything, so you might as well just cure it. I don't know. I just don't fucking trust people, you know? I don't like the way that human nature is by default. So I'm more inclined to be black-pilled about it. Just from the stuff that I've seen with my mom's own illness and all of the negligence that she's dealt with in trying to get treatment. And all of the stuff I've dealt with. Like, for example, when I went to the psych ward, all that stuff makes me inclined to believe that there's more than meets the eye with certain kinds of research. Is Yakub getting hair today? Maybe. TB has no cure. I know it has a vaccine. I know you can get vaccinated for it. I know it's still like a huge problem in a lot of underdeveloped countries. It's got like a vaccine or an antibiotic for it. I don't remember if it's a virus or a bacterial infection. But I know because I have like the old TB vaccination scar on my left arm. So I know there's something that you can do about it. You can look up most of the company are owned by BlackRock and Vanguard. Yeah, there's also that. There's also BlackRock poking its ass into everything. Like they own all of the houses and stuff. Something like that. TB has a cure. Let's look it up. Because I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
Does TB have a cure? Okay, it is curable. With proper treatment, most people with TB can be cured and live healthy lives. Okay, so it's a bacterial infection, not a viral infection. Well, something can be done about it, I guess. Do you have the old paper vaccine cards? Like the one for, the COVID one? I used to have to carry that in my wallet. I didn't get vaccinated though, because I don't trust doctors, so I just made it up. I just forged it. Not putting that shit in my body. It's not had enough time to cook yet. I'm not like anti-vax or anything, I just don't like that one. Because usually a vaccine takes like 15 years to develop and go through safety trials and shit. I wasn't about to put that shit in my body. Absolutely the fuck not. I'm black-pilled against the insurance system. It makes me mad that boomers get to have Medicare and Medicaid and would throw a fit if they lost it. But we're stuck with nothing or going broke praying for private insurance. If it makes you feel any better, Medicaid sucks. Medicare sucks. My mom was on Medicare and it fucked up her life. And it made her cancer worse. You know, just because it's free doesn't mean it's good. The Medicare oncologists are not it, sister. They're chopped. Literally went on planes with a fake vaccine passport. Yeah, I did that too. I went to like Europe with my fake vaccine passport and they couldn't do anything about it, even though other countries used a digital one, because I was an American. And I'm like, oh, but they don't have digital vaccine passports here. And then I would give them my very poorly forged paper passport. And I signed the doctor as Mo Lester, and nobody could do anything about it. Call the cops, I don't give a fuck. I'm not putting that shit in my body. I like to volunteer to composite the energy sparks that fly off of the metal rods that Yakub bangs together to create white people for the Fortnite promo. You're hired. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I'll finish him eventually. I'm sorry if I'm being like a bit too annoying with Delta and stuff. I really like that game and want eventually voice act for funsies, but I'm really scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I used to be kind of scared as well, but I started streaming and now I have no fear of other people or talking in front of people. And voice acting is even better because you don't actually have to talk to anybody. You can just sit in a booth by yourself and record yourself talking and reading the lines. I also have a huge nerd boner for Deltarune, so it's understandable. I think it could be more basic that the health system simply can't treat all people lacking doctors, so they just treat stuff that can be done fast and is on average more likely because case have something special get fucked. Are you talking about Medicare? Because I guess that makes sense. You probably don't want to be on Medicare if you have cancer, because you're not going to find somebody that cares or knows what to do. It looks good from the front. I'm just not sure if I like it from the side yet. Maybe he needs a little bit more height to his dome over here. The apexes are important. Oh, he doesn't have an ear yet also. Fuck. I don't want to sculpt ears. I don't want to do it. Ugh. I guess I could do a more cartoony Fortnite ear. I'll do it on a separate mesh, maybe. Or maybe that would be worse, actually. I'm not sure. Fuck. I hate doing ears. Looks like a butt cheek on the side. If it does, that means I'm doing a good job. Let's see it from the top. That's also important. Let's see it compared to... Okay, it's got a good length to it. Needs to be girthier back here, though. There we go. Yes. Yeah, sister. I could do like a butt cheek. I mean, this part's gonna be covered in hair, so I guess it doesn't technically matter. Yeah, let's just make that round because it'll affect the way his hair looks later, so I don't want to have to deal with a butt cheek. But it would be funny. How to get out of art block? Okay, here's what you do. You go to Meat Canyon. You go to Meat Canyon's YouTube videos and you watch some Meat Canyon. Then you try to draw something that you like. For example, if you like League of Legends, draw a League of Legends character. If you like K-pop, draw Blackpink. Just take something that you enjoy and try to draw it as if you were Meat Canyon. Draw it in a Meat Canyon style and go crazy with it. Make it as hideous as you possibly fucking can. Because the aim here is just to have fun and get your pencil moving around on the canvas again. You have to let loose. Sometimes you just gotta let loose that booty juice, or you know, you're gonna be stuck with low motivation and art block forever. That's how I was able to do it. Just fuck around, just do something stupid, and don't take it too seriously. Just kit bash the ear? No. No. We gotta do it. We have to put effort into it. Or we're gay. We're just gonna... We're gonna fucking do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right now. Just, where would I... Actually, let's move this. No, don't do that shit. Move it forward. No, not you. No, bitch. There we go. Yeah, I guess that's a good distance. Could bring his jaw up a little bit, though. Just slightly. Let's round this out a little. Aren't you a Yakubian creation? Yeah, this is a direct a direct tribute to my great-grandfather Yakub. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for making white people. Meat Canyon, genuinely one of the best content creators out here. Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my favorite YouTuber. If People with writer's block think of your mind as ocean that flows with ideas. You just gotta have, something, yet time will come. I'm not really a writer, but maybe that guy he's on to something. But I think if it were me, I would do the same thing. I would try to write the stupidest thing I could possibly think of. Like, I'd try to make fan fiction of, like, I don't know, maybe Donald Trump making out with Ben Shapiro. I'd try to make, like, spicy fan fiction of that happening for fun. Just to fuck around. I would meme it, know what I'm saying? Get out the dank memes. Just something I couldn't be, like, too precious about because it's insane. Okay, here's a question for anyone. If social media suddenly disappeared, would society be better off without it? Yeah, dude. What do you think the 90s were? 90s were peak humanity. We'll never have that again. Because social media has ruined that experience for everybody. When was the last time things were good? Alright, ear time. For real. For real! Okay, no. I lied. That looks weird. I don't like it. I don't like it! Let's see, let's check out the spotlight. Where am I supposed to put the ear specifically? Okay. I need to move up his cranium a little bit. There we go. Ben Shapiro is not a huge fan of Trump. Even better. It could be like... Ben Shapiro could be like really tsundere about it. Like, Donald Kuhn, it's not like I like you or anything, but babaka! Like, something like that. God, Donald Kuhn, you're totally on the Epstein list. Our love could never be. I'm just not your type because I'm not a 15-year-old girl. You'd write something like that, and then they could have like a steamy sex scene. The 80s had some of the best music, IMO. I disagree. I like the weird Indian metal band that I found this morning. I think that's peak. That's the new peak of humanity, is metal in places where there's not supposed to be metal. Like, the Mongolian metal band and the Indian one. Alright, we can just fuck it around and then move it around later if we don't like it. But this is where our ear will generally be. What's Yiddish for baka? Tsundere Shapiro, yeah. Ben would be the bottom. Of course he would. Donald Trump is a lot of things, but he's not a bottom. I'll tell you that.
What? It's only this man.
I'll tell you what.
It's only this man. Only this man. Yeah.
Go.
There is nothing. It's only this man.
It's nothing. It's only the smell. The Who, yeah, those guys. I love those guys. Hello, Mom. Hi. Hi. Hi, sir. You have autism spectrum? Yeah, why else would we be Yakub Sculpting? You're not allowed to Yakub sculpt unless you have autism. It's the law. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look up like Fortnite models for reference. Because the only way we can do this is if it's like colliding slightly with his skull. Or I guess we can make a bit of a shelf over here. Give the ears some room to breathe. This man must have some insane headaches. Everybody say thank you to Yakub for having insane headaches, but still doing white people anyway. Guess we could do something like that. Smooth it out. Doesn't break the silhouette too much. Yeah, Bloodywood. Those guys are awesome. I found them this morning. Sick. I still prefer Trump x Biden, the golden age of tomfoolery. Yeah, I prefer that too, but you know, Joe Biden's gonna die of prostate cancer soon. So Trump is probably looking to move on sooner rather than later. So he's gonna have a fling with Ben Shapiro. They're in an open relationship, actually. Trump is allowed to fuck around on Joe Biden, and Joe Biden likes to watch. He has his own chair in the Oval Office. It's not the president's chair, because he already did that. But it's the cuck chair. The presidential cuck chair.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. And battle with for the sub. Grand rising what of the Yakub? We all suffer if Yakub suffer. True. His headaches make an earthquake. I will never have Yakub fatigue, but you could have a Yakub figure if somebody 3D prints it for you. Because that's what I read that as, because I'm fucking stupid. I read that as figure before I read fatigue. What is going on? I just got here. We're sculpting Yakub. Have you watched a video called If System of a Down Were from India? No, I haven't. I haven't actually. That would be swell. That would be just dandy if somebody posted that on the YouTube channel in the Discord server. If somebody would just do that for me, that would be just dandy. This is what Yakub says all white people sound like, by the way. So I'm talking in my my natural dialect. This needs to come out more. It's kind of not supposed to do that. Does Yakub clean behind his ears? I don't think he can. I don't think he is capable of that. They might just be fused to that side. He's not allowed to do that. It's okay. It doesn't stop him from making white people. The lion doesn't concern himself with cleaning the back of his ears. There we go. That looks a little bit better, but we need more. Kind of missing a major bone here. Major bone alert. I forget what this is called. It's like the zygomatic process, I think. Probably not. I don't remember. I used to have all the stupid anatomy terms memorized back when I was just a wee lad with the hope still in my eyes, but that's gone now. I'm correct, am I? Sick! I feel so smart right now. I feel so vindicated. Thanks, chat. Thank you, Maximus Tortoise. It's okay, Mika. I live with my parents, too. Living with your parents is cool. I don't know why everybody complains about it. Sometimes they'll make you food, and then you don't have to do it. Except my mom doesn't really cook anymore because she can't walk. But if she gets better, she can go back to making me food. So we need to, like, hopes and prayers that my mom gets better so that she can, like, bake me cookies on occasion. What's the Discord? Let me grab it for you. Let me grab it. Where's the invite that I made? Where's the custom fucking invite that happened because somebody boosted? Boosted. No, that's not where I find it. I gotta navigate to the proper area of the server settings to get the custom invite, because that's important. I don't want streamer mode enabled. Go away. God damn it. I guess I can't give you the custom invite because I don't know how to disable that. Somebody else do it. It's there, I promise. Yakub should have been in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sure somebody could mod him in if I finish this. I'm not doing the fucking hair sim for it though. Looks like a pain. I'll just sculpt the hair. I feel like Winter Soldier's activation words are being read to me just looking at this image. Gotta go. Thanks for the stream. Have a great day. Hopefully your mother gets better. Yep. Oh, if people didn't see it, there's a new, well, it's not a new channel in the Discord. It's an old channel that I renamed to audience participation. But you know, if you got nothing better to do, I made a Google form that if you want to like submit a video or audio recording of yourself giving my mom some words of encouragement, that would be super poggers. I'm not using it for like content or anything. It's just the only people who are gonna see it are me and my mom, and it's just to like raise her spirits because she doesn't like when I do it. She needs more people, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know what to say to her sometimes. But maybe if she knows that there are strangers out there that care about her and want to see her well, I think maybe that would help. What time is it actually? It's about time for me to go as well. It's almost 5 o'clock. Tell Mama Kazi she's hot as fuck. Yeah, tell her she's hot. She likes that. She really likes, being glazed about stuff like that. Tell her she's hot and she's smart and cool. All that stuff. She loves compliments. This bone could be more moved to the front because humans are predators and can't look to the sides like chicken. Oh yeah, you're right. You right, fam. He needs more girth. Needs more girth. Because Yakub is a predator with front-facing eyes. Just move this whole area and expand it. The brow bone. I don't know if there's a scientific term for the brow bone. I think also his eyelid in general, but he does have kind of long eyes, according to the concept art. We don't want to lose the spirit of the concept art too much, so we might take some artistic liberties with that.
Oh, yes.
You get the idea. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you so much, man. Oh yeah, it's fucking 5 o'clock. I got sucked back into sculpting. You guys can tell I used to enjoy this shit. I used to have, like, difficulty doing anything else because I was just sculpting all the fucking time. Like it was my job, because it was. But yeah, maybe it will keep awakening my inner child with the sculpting. How's my mom? We talked about her earlier. You're gonna have to watch the VOD because I gotta go check on my mom. Yeah, it's in this Discord server under audience participation. If you guys want to film that form out, just if you have time, you don't have to. Just, you know, if you feel like saying nice words to a stranger's mom, go ahead. The Yakubian does not concern itself with time. I'm so glad we started sculpting this. This is so fucking funny. If we can pull together like the retards we are and make a fake Fortnite commercial for the Yakubian skin, that would be fucking sick. That would be so fucking funny, man. All right, boys. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna save my file first. Thanks for coming. Save.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Pale Hand Game. Love you and Mama Kazi. Hoping for the best. Great stream. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys for being so generous to me. See you later. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. I love you. Say it back. Please say it back.